back again. In this lecture, I'll be explaining how you can actually build your simple first websites, yes, using codes. Okay, now let's get started. The process is easy peasy. All you just need to do is open your Visual Studio Code. Once you open it, you can have you will definitely have the default screen. You can see. So now let me minimize the Visual Studio Code. I will minimize that, and I will, on my desktop file, let me just right click, let me create a folder. I'll just give it a name. Let me just give it a name as front end web dev. So that's the name of my folder. So since I've created a folder, then I'll return to my Visual Studio Code, and I will okay, let me close this so in case you did not have it before. So in your screen, you can click on open folder. You can click on open folder. So when you click on open folder, a dialog box will come up. You can see the dialog box. So you can also relatively do it this way. Let me try to close my terminal here. Click on file. You will see open folder. It is still the same thing. So I will do that, and I created my folder in a desktop. So what's the name of the folder? Front end web dev. Then you click on select folder. Once you click on select folder, hold on, Visual Studio Code, we open the folder. Okay, so now with this, when you look at your own left hand part, you should see a tab like this, whereby you have the name of your folder here. So the name of that folder is the folder you've created. So by default now, you do not have anything in the data in the folder. There's nothing in the folder. You can see the folder is blank. So that is why we are having this particular blank page. So on your own here, there will be nothing there as well. You have it the same way I have my own here. So now what am I going to do now? I am going to hover my mouse to the immediately after the folder name. Then you can see new file. Over your mouse. What I mean by over your mouse means place your mouse on top of those icons without pressing. So a new file, new folder, refresh Explorer, collapse folders in Explorer. So I'll be creating a new file. So this new file will be created in the folder that was created. I'll give it a name, index.html. Then press enter. So automatically you can see the file icon has changed. If you go and check your folder, we already have a file inside that folder. So by so doing, we are good to go. So on your keyboard, you press shift exclamation mark, then you click on the very first one. Let me undo that. So you see shift exclamation. You can see exclamation should be on number 1 on your keyboard. It might not be number 1 on your own keyboard, but mostly it is always on number 1. You click on the first exclamation mark. So there you go, you have this. Now let me explain this concept. It is very easy. So I'll be using real life projects to explain all these things. So the very first thing is we've created a folder. That's first step. Second step is we have created a file inside the folder, and the file we've created is called index.html. Now this index is the file name. The .html is the file extension name. So the file extension name is very, very important. This categorize your file to a particular categories, to a particular segment, or to a particular patterns of files. Now this is what it means. We are dealing with HTML. So when you are dealing with HTML, the file extension must be .html. So this HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Don't worry, we are still diving to that aspect. I'm still going to explain that in details. So now here we have in our HTML file, your HTML file must start with doc type. The essence of this doc type is telling you that what type of file are you working in. You are working in HTML. Then any tag, the HTML starts with a tag. This LAN means language, EN means English. After that, we have the head tag. The head tag is where this communicates with your browser. Yes, so in this we have the meta and the title and so on and so forth. You can see by default we have the title as document. Now let me run this thing so you will see where these documents will be placed on our web page. So by so doing, and I'm very sure you must have seen different websites that has this feature, but you don't know that this is how they actually came about the feature. So now I'll be running through the I'll be running my code. So how do I run it? I have two methods I do use. We can go to, let's try to download extension on your Visual Studio Code. On the left hand, my own is on the right. So how we go to extensions, you can see the box here, extensions, click on it. Then I will type live server. Okay, you can see the very first one, live server. Click on it. So make sure you install it. On my own, it is this, it brings disable because I already have it enabled. So your own, it will bring install. Click on install. Once you click on install, you have to enable it. So once you enable it, at the bottom of your screen, at the very bottom of your screen, this place, you will have this icon. You can see go live. So this helps us to run our code and make it refresh automatically without you saving. So by so doing, I'll click on go live. But before I do that, that's how to install from extension. This extension, the essence of this extension is that it's like a marketplace where you visit to buy something extra. So in this extension, there are so many softwares, there are so many libraries that you can use to enhance your development process. So by so doing, that is why we have to download from extension. So without using the live server, we can actually run this particular codes by using some keyboard shortcuts. So I will show us that. So now, for instance, if I click on go live, you can see it, you can see message starting. Just be patient for a few seconds. The server should be, you can see server is started at port 55. Okay, now let me check. Okay, this is where the server starts from. I'm coming. Yes, the moment the server is up, automatically the server will open your browser, the default browser you have on your system. Mine, I'm using Chrome. You should have a page like this. So in this page, yes, you can see it is blank. So, and you can see that at the very top you have the word documents. So that is the title. Every website will definitely have a title. So for instance, the website I showed you the other time, so also has a title. Look at mine. This is my official website here, Map Ambience of Knowledge Limited. So you can see the title is there, so plus icon. Don't worry, you get to understand all these concepts gradually. So documents, after that we have our server URL. So in this blank page is where we'll be writing our codes. Okay, so now let's move forward. So in this header, we can have our title, website title, the website meta tag, the website link, for instance, external library that will be using our CSS and the likes. This, everything will be added in this header tag, in this head tag. Don't worry, you'll be guided on hands-on projects through the process. So now after that, our head, we have the body. After the body, then we have our closing HTML. So website is more or less like, okay, let me come up with something. I have let me say I have this is the head. Okay, this is the eyes. Then I have the body. Then I have